Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Advanced Wars Days of Ruin Tiny Wars replay. Spawn top left side as the purple Tabitha, we got Jim Lahey. Spawn bottom right side as the blue Tasha, we got Ridley number 2. Either way, let's talk about these COs. Tabitha is the same as the cartridge. We got the standard 50, 30, 60, 60, of course no CO zone radius. She gives herself plus 60 plus 60. Of course, when she gets more and more CO zone, eventually it turns into what is supposed to be a powerful duelist, into a bit of a wall break, able to really punch through a certain area with able to get plus 1 CO zone, boost another unit to hit another unit. And then of course her CO power is just Sturm's Meteor, and make it global. She is a very powerful CO to say the least, versus Tasha, who is the attack air specialist. 50% boarding cost, 1 CO zone, so it's not super expansive, but a little bit more than Tabitha. 30, 60, 60. Of course, gives all units plus 10 as default zone, and then all units get plus 40% offense, plus 20% defense, and plus 2 movement, able to really punch through a single point with a group of air units. But this map is quite small, so probably she's going to be used as a duelist as well, probably in the battlecopter. Could be thrown in Duster, but probably in a battlecopter. And of course her CO zone is everything, but plus 4 move instead for air units. But this map is not really an air map, it is definitely a knocked out, drag out brawl on the ground with some air units. But so she's probably going to be loaded in battlecopter, Tabitha can be loaded up into any sort of unit. So let's go and get started. There are 2 comm towers on this map as well. And we got infantry being deployed on the field. How devastating. More infantry, of course. It's going to be the early just infantry phase. We may see a... Let's see who goes for a bike first. Let's see who goes for that. There's nothing much I can cover in the initial early capturing game. If you're curious of what each player is going for a capturing order, you can just slow down, take a look yourself. But right now, it's just both players sending out infantry to capture up sectors. I don't know what else to say. Tabitha could be loaded up into either tank or battlecopter, or really any sort of unit. She will capture up a battle airport now. Tasha is going for the central comm tower pretty early. She'll get plus 5% attack and defense pretty early on. And not capturing that property, now more look at it. Okay, so there is something to note about the capturing order. Tabitha will get a nice little econ lead, but Tasha is going for a field control lead. Tabitha does now have 9,000, goes for tank infantry. She's probably going to CO into that tank. I think as well, if she would have put a tank over here, she could have CO'd out the HQ, but she did plan to CO into this direction as well. Does get trapped. Maybe a little bit of a missed deployment there. Did go down south the tank. Maybe the forward units there eyed her direction. That'd be more something for the player. Got some initial engagements. Free couple picks there for blue. Double artillery by Tasha. That's interesting. There's a lot of properties here, and a lot of properties, of course, are hiding spots. So maybe she's trying to... Well, guess we'll have to find out and see. I have no idea. She's planning to set up artillery and shoot your opponent. What more is to say than that? Nice little pick there, giving her 9 energy. This property will be captured up as well. Interior infantry, she's expecting a battlecopter because Tasha is the attack air specialist. Pulls back a little bit there, gets a bit of damage. We do have a mech there. I have no idea how... Tabitha's tank here is just so monstrously high power. I don't know if the mech could do much damage to it. Of course, got a battlecopter by Tasha. She's probably going to get her CO unit loaded up into it. Couple tanks back there. Pulls back the command tank. Does spot that point there. And, oh! Of course, the plus 2 movement there, it affects everything in the CO zone, including her CO unit. So able to get a quick pick there, but this anti-air is now in range. Of course, I can't see how much damage or lack of damage. But now it also has a bit of a wall there. Whether it be on purpose or accident, that's what Tasha has accomplished. I'm going to be going down to turn by turn rather than use the autoplay. If I were to have to make any sort of request from the Tiny Wars developer, is to perhaps make the sound effect there. The audio settings is master, background music, and sound effect. I really wish the clicking sound effect could be turned off in this case. That's my only request. Because if I were to have this silent, I probably wouldn't have to explain that, oh, I have to use autoplay. Or things of that sort. Nice little recon run. That +2 range does give her a recon pass. Okay, probably stop using Couple Heroes 2 terms, but that was a very good ability in Couple Heroes 2. Does group up the artillery pieces. The double artillery is still interesting. There's high potential, don't get me wrong. But it's also a map where, well, the person has a plan, let's just say. Does get trapped. No problem taking out that one. Try and flip a property there. Does she have 19 energy? She will not be able to get her CO stone expanded unless her opponent throws energy into it. Gets a great first strike there. Tabitha's command tank took severe hits. And of course, Tasha already has now 35 energy. She's pretty close to her superpower, but the problem is she only has one air unit, so popping the superpower would be worthless unless she wants a +10/+10 global. Because if she pops a CO power, sure, CO's unit will be able to move forward movement range, but it's already moved because you don't have double turn right there. Got another anti-air tank. Pulls back the command tank. Could try a bit of a merge there. Pretty good strike. Effectively knocks out Tasha's command battlecopter. Artillery piece there. Got a number of properties here. Right now, Tabitha's at 16,000. Tasha's only 13, so she's pretty far behind at the moment. With this, she'll be at 14. Tasha is on fall behind on value. Battlecopter comes for recon pass. She's probably going to get another battlecopter this turn. She has a superpower, which popping for the +10/+10. Now think about it, when her battlecopter only has 2 health, wouldn't be half bad, because the alternative is not much. My apologies. Infantry artillery piece. Nice little strike there. Tank heading down south. Tank right there. Command tank just getting passive healing. With +60/+60, this tank may be equal to a regular tank right now. Yeah, it probably needs to be up to 6 health for that. Copter gets a nice little recon pass. She has a CO power. Brings up his artillery, her artillery piece up north. Does split up the artillery piece now. Blair is back on the COs on the city for a bit of healing. Anti-air moves up north. Battlecopter that may be for a merge on the CO unit, or she could pop the CO power and do a +4 movement range. Jeez, +4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that actually popping the CO power just to boost this thing forward is actually a possibility. Command tank push way forward once again. Good strikes there. She's at 22 energy. Getting some good strikes there. Tasha's turn. Will she pop her CO power? And maybe we're able to pop a CO power and boost this thing forward. Did not do that. Does get a boosted strike there. Good strikes. A lot of good hits there. Tabitha's pretty much broken down south. It is 15,000 versus 15,000. She does have a small lead, actually about a turn or two ahead. So Tasha does have a pretty good advantage. Looks like she's going to entrench a little bit there. Try to let her opponent push forward. Double anti-air there. Which, also, there's not too many tanks on the field, so double anti-air is actually only generally fine against most targets. Flare has been fired. Picks off that tank there. I always forget how strong flares are. Takes out the battlecopter. Even gets a shot there. Booster strike there on the command tank. Only showing 2 energy. Battlecopter, bike, mech. Command copter's actually almost out of fuel. It's just running low, not out. Does get... Oh, the extra defense played a role. Couple good hits there. Artillery piece pushing forward as well. Infantry finishes off. Battlecopter, anti-air infantry. Does not pop the superpower as there. Gets a good strike on that tank. Does merge the command copter as well. Battlecopter, mech, tank. She's ahead. Let's see, 15,000. That'll put her up to 85. Yeah, so it looks like Tabitha's about a turn behind. It's a good strike there at 29 energy. Couldn't get enough to get the CO zone increase. And of course, this command tank is in range of this artillery piece there. So the command tank may go down. Will go down now. Big losses. Takes out the battlecopter. We got a duster in the field, as was a anti-air still on the field. Multiple anti-airs. But right now she's lacking... Tabitha's lacking tanks, among a lot of things. Tasha will end the turn of 100,000 versus 50,000. She has double the value on the field. Does CO with the duster. That could nuke the battlecopter. Basically knocks it out. Anti-air finished it off. Couple good hits there. Recon infantry. COing the duster does eat a lot of funds. COs the battlecopter. Of course, these artillery pieces, as much as I was questioning them early on, they have been effective throughout this entire game. Now we got possible multiple property flips. Tasha doesn't actually have any anti-air on the field, does she? She can't range. Now she does have an anti-air on the field. This duster actually has a bit more free reign. And Tabitha does resign his grade, saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay.